Kids go home tomorrow. House finna be quiet as a beach, man. So you. Boosie badass is back, man. All gold pool party. All gold piss pool party. And I mean it, man. This Thursday. We finna turn up, man. All that, man. I gotta enjoy my motherfucking life, man. All gold piss pool party. I'm about to be all up in the gold piss party. Y'all better hurry up and get y'all tickets. Send pictures of your piss. And it better be dark. It better be gold, man. Piss pool party at Boosie Estates. Invites only, man. Invites only. Hit my DM, man. All gold piss pool party. Fuck it. I ain't drinking water all week, man. Only lean and Crown Royal. I'm looking for the baddest with the darkest, goldest piss. And you know I ain't got but one kid. I better hurry up and get y'all tickets before Thursday. I already DM Boosie my piss. It's dark as hell. I'm coming for you hoes. I'm coming for the $500. All gold piss pool party. Boosie badass. Chlorine or urine? We gonna have a vote. All gold in your face. I got my waist trainer on. I'm doing my Kegels. When it's time for me to piss on you hoes, I'm pissing on all you hoes. All gold piss pool party. Skits like this plus a lot more wine spilled live with me, Unwind with Tasha K on stage in Miami on October 20th, 2023 at 8 p.m. But I better see the winos at the Flamingo Bar Theater. Grab your tickets. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and seats are first come, first served within your ticket tier. And if you think I cut up on this here internet, you ain't ready for the shit that's about to go down live on stage. Scan the QR code or get your tickets using the link below. The winos are toasting up in Miami. Purchase now. Patrick Tate.
Oh yeah.
How you doing?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for coming. You sound like you from New Orleans or somewhere.
I'm born and raised in Louisiana, but
okay.
I've been in. Thank you.
I've been in this yesterday. It's first. So.
Oh no, it's all love.
It's a
I've been in Charlotte now for about 2 years.
Oh, okay. You should have told. We was just there.
That's what he said. He said y'all was in Raleigh, I think, or somewhere around.
No, we was in Greensboro. That's like
that's right up the street. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, we could have knocked you out there.
Nah, but yeah, like I said, I wanted to
wanted to come to Miami?
I had to get in the cellar. I had to come to Miami. I had to get in the cellar because at first I thought I ain't gonna lie. Like I responded to the email. I was like, man, am I being punked? Am I being pranked?
Yeah. Why you say that?
Because for one, you a legend out here. Like you out here. Like you. Like these people know your name. So it's like when I seen it, like I ain't gonna lie, my chest dropped. I'm like.
No.
So that was the first thing that I wanted to say. I really wanted to appreciate you and your team for reaching out because it blew my mind. So I was like, nah, I said, man, that's a fake. But then we follow on Instagram. I was like, oh. I sent it to my friends. Like I screenshot, I sent it to my friends. I was like, bro, she real. Like it's real. So now I really appreciate it.
I appreciate that. You know, we just working over here. That's all.
That's
we just
it.
Working.
Exactly.
So we follow what's going on online. Mm-hmm. We know that you've been a subject of a pretty huge controversy.
Oh, yeah.
Involving your ex-girlfriend, Ashley Grayson. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so we did speak to Sherelle Hodges, who is now currently in litigation with Ashley Grayson for outing her for allegedly scamming thousands and thousands of customers with her like business digital course. Okay. And so, when it comes to scamming and things like that, we don't play those games over here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
People work hard for their money. You can't make people out here.
And it's easy to do now with social media. You know what I'm saying? People can't track you. They can't find you. It's hard to rally up people that you don't know. You don't have a storefront.
It's hard to catch somebody like a regular person, but it's even harder to catch somebody that got money because they know how to, and she got plenty of it. So it's easy for her. Trust me, I was her tech person. I was the person that did everything. Okay. She was the face, like all the courses and things sent from the end of 2019 till I left her. Like I was the person that did everything. So it's crazy that she's in litigation with Sherelle, but she's trying to get that case dropped because it's like she's trying to blame Sherelle for the cause of her losing business or losing chargebacks or people charging back. But that didn't just start with Sherelle. Sherelle just had a bigger platform. Like, she began chargebacks from 2 years ago. Like, literally, I was the person in Teachable. We had a whole, I mean, I might still have it, got a whole list. It's like a chargeback list. Mm-hmm. Anybody that ever does a chargeback, they're no longer allowed to, I got to go in and block her from her social media, remove her from the classes, and take them all out of Teachable and everything. So it's crazy that she's trying to, which she's now trying to have the case drop, because once the FBI get involved in the court and everything, like, you realize that this bigger, like, I'm trying to sue her for the loss of money, but I'm gonna end up telling on myself. Okay. So it's like, it's just crazy how that worked out, how she's trying to blame it on Sherelle, but that's not the case. I was literally the person that, like, there's over 200 people on that list of people who've been doing chargebacks, but they're not just charging back because of whatever. They charge back because they don't feel like what she's doing is worth it. And sometimes she get in there, she ain't always talking about business. She ain't always talking about credit or all that stuff. Sometimes she get in there and she talking about life or what she spent money on and this and that. The people, like, if I'm paying you for a course, mm-hmm. and if I'm paying you to, teach me the game, mm-hmm. With respect, I don't really care what you and your husband have for lunch, like, or where y'all ate at dinner this morning. Like, right. I done paid you a couple grand. Like, I want you to tell me the business. But
so you helped her, like, to kind of start this business digital course of her showing others who aspire to be entrepreneurs, mm-hmm. how to be entrepreneurs. So basically, she's giving them tips, trades, mm-hmm. mistakes, do's, don'ts.
When we got together, she was. When we got together, she was, just doing the credit repair, AMPM credit repair. Okay. And then she had been doing AMPM Academy. I think she had done maybe 2 academies before we met. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, with somebody that she was working with as her. She can't do none of this IT stuff. So. Okay. She, when I was living in Texas, after I was IT for a while. So okay. She reached out to me on Facebook while she was still married. And she was like, hey, I see that you do IT. I need a tech person. And then it's like from November 2019 on out, I was the person that did everything. She was the face. She put all the material together, mm-hmm. and I'm going in and I'm putting everything like in Teachable, and we we're working together in the modules and the PowerPoint. I'm setting up the camera so we can get all this stuff done. Okay. And so basically what she do, she went from, so the credit repair, AMPM credit repair, the AMPM Academy, that's teach people how to start their own credit repair business. Okay. But then, always with time comes elevation. So she's like, I want to teach people how to, whatever their niche is or niche, whatever you call it, like, I want to teach people how to start their own course in whatever it is that you're doing. Well, that's kind of where everything started going left, because she's in these courses like digital course recipe or whatever. She's in these courses, and they're supposed to be teaching and talking about business, and she's supposed to be putting people on game, and they're talking about what they spent money on to this and that.
How much is she charging per course? Or was at the time?
At the time she was charging, she had the max was like $1,497.
$1,400.
$1,400.
That's
and she would break $1,500. That was the max. Now she had of course, she would get, you can get this one for like $700-$800 or whatever, but the max was like $1,500. And it's crazy because she always said like, I'm not gonna charge that much, like what she's charging now, mm-hmm. over $2,000. I'm not gonna charge that much unless it's like a master course for people who already got money. But her and that little funding boy, they start scamming people, man. They start running their money up, and people sending me videos of them. It sucks when you see something that you know is working, and then you see it like a little bit on, mm-hmm. like later on, and you see that people being weird about it. That sucks. Cause now people asking me like, well, were you scamming with her? Like, come on, man. Like, y'all know what we were doing was legit. Okay. But then they went left, and like now she charging arm and a leg, kneecaps, everything. Yeah.
I heard she's making up to $1 million a month.
Oh, she did that easy. Man. Now, when we were together, I will say, like, I respect that. Everything that I saw was legit. We sat there and she opened enrollment, and I saw $1 million in 8 minutes. I'm watching the sales come in. So the money is there, but when she was legit, that's cool. But once you start, running off on people, that's different. So she making like The money is there. She probably making $1 million a month, but she can make $1 million in 10 minutes. She can. That's the crazy part.
And so it just got.
And at some point, it got too easy, and then you got that itch, you got the scratch.
You feel pressure and things like that, and so then you get lazy. So, let me ask you something, because Sherelle is in litigation, but I saw a video floating around of an alleged murder for hire.
It's not alleged. I know the reason why y'all have to say alleged.
Yeah.
But it's not alleged. What's crazy is that blew my mind. And my man, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. You're here for you. They want to hear you talk.
That blew my mind. Like, I was literally when I haven't spoken to her in now 2 years.
Okay.
We haven't spoke. I left her.
She's not suing you.
Oh no, she just wanted me out of here. She tried to get
because she put out
she put a hit out on me. She got
hit out on you.
Oh yeah. And mine was the most. She has multiple hits out, but mine was the most, which blows my mind because we don't even speak. You see what I'm saying? Like,
how much did she put on your head?
$60,000.
$60,000.
Mine was, she had like a $20,000 one for Derica. She had like I think Sherelle's was like 10 or 20,000. And then mine was 60, so you paid $100 grand, and it's crazy.
She paid that money.
Oh yeah. The girl admitted. The girl Olivia, I think her Olivia Johnson, something like that. Paid her and her husband, and the girl, which is like the world's dumbest criminals, because like, if I say a cuss word, like, we're good,
you
right?
can cuss.
Okay, man. I need to make sure, because that stuff that pissed me off.
Yeah.
But they like the world's dumbest criminals, man. Olivia, like, she all on TikTok and Facebook and all of this stuff, talking about, like, that girl, she didn't take her name off my mama house. So Ashley bought Olivia mama house, but Ashley kept her name on the house. So it's like, if anything happened, she could take the house back. So that pissed Olivia off. So Olivia out on social media trying to air out Ashley, and in that process of you airing her out, you snitching on yourself. See what I'm saying? You snitching on yourself. And by the way, like,
because Olivia was supposed to carry out the hit.
Exactly. So that I would say, by the way, like, I'm be as open, whatever you want, I'm gonna tell you, but I am still actively working with the FBI. So if it's sometimes that I pause, it's like, I can't say that.
Okay.
Because I get everything clear. So they did tell me I can't talk, but I can't say anything, that's not public information already, anything about the investigation.
So she is currently under investigation.
Oh, absolutely,
so what
absolutely.
Sherelle said was absolutely accurate.
I won't show the camera, but I'll show you, because a lot of people on social media think like, oh, this ain't real, that ain't real, or the FBI ain't after her, da da da. Look, you can see the FBI case number. You can see what it's for. You can see when it was reported, and that's one of the agents. I talked to like 2 agents almost a couple times a week, almost on a daily basis.
This says FBI.gov.
And what's the reason?
The reason is for
a murder for hire.
Murder type of crime, murder for hire.
So, and I got
that carries a max of what? Did they tell you?
So a minimum. Oh yeah. A minimum of like murder for hire when you're trying to pay somebody, minimum is 10 years federal prison. Well, the thing about it is you got multiple people that you pay for. I'm gonna get back to how I know that she paid. Okay. But you got multiple people that you pay for, but then the thing that I love is they're not just going to FBI. They're not just going after that. They're going after everything that they can possibly grab. It's kind of like a RICO. How they going after these, these rappers or whatever, and they're trying to get everything they can to put it on top of them. Excuse me. Well, people keep asking like, man, why they ain't get her yet? Well, for 2 reasons. Because for one, they're not just going after. Got you on video admitting that part. Got you on video saying like, you're gonna be in Jamaica, and while you and your husband in Jamaica, y'all pay for. While you and your husband in Jamaica, you was gonna have that Olivia girl and her husband, take care of me while they gonna make it look like you ain't got nothing to do with it. So they got you already. But it's a thing of the second part is they're doing a full sweep. They're not just going after Ashley. And that's kind of where I got to leave that part right there. So how we know that it was ever even a thing is because I was at home chilling. Like I said, I haven't spoken to Ashley in 2 years. And they had got married and all. Like, people sent me screenshots. They had this big, beautiful engagement. So I'm like, cool, I'm happy for you. I got no heat with you. You were just crazy as hell. So I left you alone. And then, my mama come calling my phone, blowing my phone up like a month and a half ago. And was like, the FBI at my house. I said, the FBI? Mom, what you talking about? She said, nah, the FBI. At first I thought it was like somebody playing with her, pranking her. Nah, these folks pull up to my mama's house like Man in Black. These folks pull up to my mama's house looking for me. Because at the time, I don't know if I changed my number recently. So they didn't have like my direct point of contact. So, but they got all my information. They went to my mama's house. He left a card. My mama sent it to me. I called it. It was an FBI card. Like, I'll show you that too. And it's like, so I'm calling him and I'm like, I was like, is this a prank? I'm like, that's the card my mom said you can tap on it. That's one of the agents. And I would literally call him. I would call him right now, and he'll literally tell you.
He flew into Miami with receipts.
You see what I'm saying? So I got no reason to lie, and of course I want to put this stuff on.
Because Sherelle was hesitant. She didn't really.
Because and I can understand that because she can't show, and that's another reason why I wanted to come here. Because it's only so much I could show you. Like, I could screenshot it and send it to you, but it's different when I'm actually sure. She can't show it because anything we put out right now is literally screenshot immediately and it's put in all these different platforms. So it's like, now if I go down there and I show you, like, you can't hide it from there. I got all the communication from the lead agent. I'll say her name is Jay. The lead agent, I got like our text communication. Like, they drove down from Memphis. That's where Olivia live, Olivia and her husband. So that's where the whole case is. That's where it's like home based at. So the FBI, the ATF task force, them folks that kick your door, like the big dog, it's the FBI, ATF, and 2 other federal agencies that's involved in everything. So for people that on social media that's sitting back and you're like, oh man, ain't nothing gonna happen to her, or oh man, like they're just blowing wind, like, or I saw somebody, it's some dude on YouTube that everybody's just trying to, get views and stuff. There's some dude on YouTube that's like infatuated. He like, oh man, this dude just trying to clout chase. Like, I'm literally sitting at home, minding my business, and my mama blowing my phone up. And I called the number and I asked him, I said, are you real? Like, are you, is this legit? And he was like, I tell you what. He said, hang up, go on Google, find the number for the FBI, call any, you don't have to call my base, call whatever agency you want, verify my credentials, and then call me back. So me being me, I'm like, I got on Google, I'm like, I'm going to Washington. I'm going up there where the White House at. I'm going where the big folks at, because you can't fake that. It took me maybe about 4 times to get through. Finally got somebody on the phone. I'm like, hey, I said, there's a guy at my mama's house. He's saying he a FBI agent. He said that there's something going on. I'm a potential victim. I just need to verify his credentials. They said, what's his name? I said, what's his name? What you just saw? I said what his name was. They said, oh yeah, he's a federal agent out of the Columbia office. And he gave me the lead agent, Jay, and I asked about her. I had called back. I asked about her. And it was like, oh yeah, she's the federal agent out of Memphis, out of the Memphis district. Whatever they're asking you for, this is a big murder for hire case. All of our agents are working. They're working around the clock, working at night, working through the weekend. So it's like, how can I clout chase? Why would I clout chase on somebody paying to have me killed? I got a daughter that's 4. Why would I clout chase that could? The bigger the story would get, would potentially put her in harm's way.
Let's roll it back here. Let's roll it back. So let's start. So you and Ashley met on some business.
Yeah. Okay. She was married. She came in my DM saying that she needed a tech person. That only lasted she was only talked about business for about 3 weeks. Then she wanted to see what I was talking about, because the more she talked to me, the more she was infatuated. And I ain't trying to juice myself up. Anybody on she told the story herself. Anybody on like social media that follow all her little millions, her little Facebook cousins or whatever she call them, like, they all know the story. She was married at the time, but she didn't care about none of that. I was living in Austin, Texas. She was living in Dallas. She wanted me to come to Dallas to beat her down. So me being me, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, I probably shouldn't have, you know, mess with a married woman. But we were talking, she needed a tech person. She said, I got a couple businesses. So we talking a lot, discussing a lot, and talking about all the different things. That ain't like, I came to Dallas. We went to the Omni Hotel. I knocked the wig off. And then we got up, went, got food, got drinks, came back to the room. I knocked the wig off again after she put it back on. And then I sent it back to her husband the next day. So it's like, after that, she wasn't on no more business after that. Now after that, she said that they were separated. They was, you know, planning on going their separate ways. But
did that happen?
That didn't happen until like probably like a half a year later. So and through that whole time, she was getting beat down, and then going back home and landing in the house.
So what did she tell her husband about you?
She told her, her husband, which like. I really, which that could, you know, some people say that could be your karma. But I mean, I got no beef with that man. I didn't know that man. I was legit, you know, there for business. And then, you know, one thing led to another, and it led to another, and led to another. But she told him that I was like, she tried to use the whole, oh, that's, you know, somebody I talked to for business. But then she turned around and she was like, you know, or that's just my friend. So he kind of knew where they were standing at that point. And he was like, you know, with respect, can you just wait until the divorce? Can you wait until we divorce, you know, and then, you know, we go our separate way. And she gonna be watching. She's obsessed. So she gonna be watching this. So what's up, Kiana? That's her middle name. And she hate her middle name. So anything I could do to piss you off, I'm gonna do it. Ashley, Kiana, Massengill, Dowdy, Grayson, Wall, whatever. The
Massengill threw me because I was like, ain't that a douche?
I used to pick with her about that. I'm like, you can't ever talk to me crazy because your name is, you know, all y'all business parts. But
listen, I was like, tell me this ain't this girl. When I was reading like, you know, the articles and stuff, I was like, I know this is not her last name. So
I said the same thing. Really? I said the same when I had asked about it. I said, ain't that her? She said, shut up. She already knew what I was talking about. But I mean, like I said, like he asked her with respect, can you wait until, you know, we divorce? She wasn't trying to feel none of that because she had already got a sample. Hair was bad. And so she wasn't. And so it's like after that, it's kind of, you know, everything was cool.
Did he ever confront you?
Nah.
Okay.
I would have had a conversation with him. Okay. But I mean, I don't know what we would have to talk about. But I mean, with respect, you know, man to man, I would have a conversation with him because from the way that she presented it was like, you know, we on the outs and, you know, we're going our separate ways. But he was still at a point, you know, where he was like, you know, look, we're in the house. Can you just, we live together. We still in here together. Can we just wait until they had a little dog, you know, the dog ran away. Don't nobody like her. How your dog run away? You lose everybody in your life. You lose everybody, even your dog run away. But anyway.
So so at the same time, you guys are sleeping together. She's married. That's making things complicated, of course. And then you're setting up the business courses. You guys are making a lot of money. Did you get a percentage of those sales? Or was it kind of just, you just had a flat fee, you wanted yours, and you just let her keep the money?
What's crazy is, she told me herself that she thought, like everything that we were doing together would have, like the money that we were, you know, doing the travel and all, she thought that would have been enough. So the more that she could give me, the more that she tried to give me, she tried to give me a percentage, but I said, like, you know, I'm not comfortable with that, you know, because I do the tech stuff, I do the behind the scenes, you the face. Yeah, we both do a lot of work, but I don't want like a 50-50 split. Excuse me. So mine was always the more so like a flat fee. She tried to give me her credit repair company. She tried to give me 50% of, like, when she doing, we can do $2 million in sales. And that's like all her pocket. And she would try to give me $1 million. My partner know, my boy Tarek, boy know. Like I would literally, if I were to call Rick right now and ask him how much did I turn down as a total of everything since we were together, he would tell you it would have been about, it was like $2 million. And a lot of people would take advantage of that. But I put my right hand to the Lord. I got no reason to lie, like, but I wasn't there for that. You know, like I could have ran it down.
What did you charge her?
It was, we had an agreement. It was kind of like a quarter of like whatever it was.
Like 25%?
So, yeah, basically. So it was something like that. So it was like But mine was always a flat fee. So mine was always a flat of like whatever. So if we open enrollment on a Friday, open enrollment today, through the weekend, whatever's a quarter of that, that's mine. Now she's still gonna keep getting sales all over, but I told her I don't want any more. Like whatever, because that's still a lot. 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, 250,000. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Now, I could sit up here, and just try to keep stuff in my pockets, but I'm not with you for your money. Okay. You ain't my type, so the money that you had made it a little bit easier. But I ain't. Yeah, it was. It made me sleep a little easier at night. But.
What do you mean she's not your type?
Oh no, she ain't. And I put that in the song that I'm done put. But
that was gonna be my next thing. Like you were an artist.
No, I'm not an artist. But
you just made a diss track.
Yeah, I got some. So my people on Facebook, like they know that I'm. Okay. Like, they know that I'm petty, and they know that like I like to like my lick back is not. I'm not gonna go talking guns or my 440 this or that. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm not trying to be on no violence, none of that. My thing is, I'm gonna hit you in your pride. So once I found out that them folks went to my mama's house, I just made a petty post on Facebook and I was like, I'm gonna make a diss track, LOL. And it got all these reactions, and like one of my guy, DJ Carolina X, he commented, he was like, bro, I'll make you a beat. I was like, oh man, I was just playing. Because I've never done music in my life. I'm not, even still to this day, like I am putting out another song. But I'm not trying to be an artist. It's like the only reason I'm putting it out because I got something to say. And I know as black people, that's what we love, music.
Right, okay.
So I feel like that's the best way to get my response out. But yeah, like it was fun. That song was fun.
So it wasn't like you were an actual boyfriend. Y'all were just fucking.
No. So in the beginning, I was just beating her down. Take all around the world. We going to all these different places, knocking the wig off in different places. And then after that, we got into a real. I told her I didn't want to get into a real relationship kind of until like I figured out what's going on with you and Paul. Okay. And I'm talking about her ex-husband. Okay. So until y'all figure that out, I ain't. But now after that, we got into a real relationship. Okay. And we were together for about right at 2 years.
And how was that?
It was cool. It was a vibe. Like it was cool. We were chilling. It was.
But still not your type.
No, still not my type. But it was a thing of like I try not to be. I'm not one of the people that's gonna be like, oh, I need me a Megan Good.
Well, what is your type?
You just gotta be pleasing on the eye. You gotta be somebody that I can.
So you think she ugly?
You know how with your person that you feel good about, when they get on your last nerve, you look at her like, oh, you get on my nerve, but you still look good. Now hers was like, oh, you get on my fucking nerves, and you look at her like, oh, you get on my fucking. It wasn't no like redemption. It wasn't no feel good.
So they had nothing to do with her skin color, nothing like that.
I've been with chocolate women all my life.
Okay, okay, because I don't want them dragging you down.
Oh no, that's all right. That's all right. They can try, but they can
be like, well, what is his type?
Mm-hmm.
White women,
especially these days, man.
Yeah, like you gotta be specific because I'm like. Well, what you talking about?
I date as long as you cool, like as long as you a vibe, like okay, then we good. Like I am really.
Okay. All right. I get it. So,
but I like that question because you're right. You almost got me ate up just now.
You almost got me ate up. I was like, well, what's your type? You almost got me. Let's keep it clear. Now, okay, it's 2 years, and so obviously you guys are building a business. You're pretty much common law business partners at this time. Y'all live
together. That's what she wanted to call it. She didn't want to, because of the crazy divorce that she had went through. She didn't want to get married again. But I told her, I said, I don't want to speak about marriage because when you going through a divorce and that man about to walk away with $3 million, which she finessed the court system, her and her lawyer, which I'm sitting there in the house, which is crazy. Like, how you gonna try to get me killed when I know all your shit? Like, I know all your shit. So it's like you try to get me killed when I know that I could call Paul right now and tell him exactly what he need to do because you finessed him out of $3 million. You went to court, made it look like you only had $120,000. Paul walked away with $60,000. He was like the house husband. So he got half of, whatever she had. Okay. So it's like, everything was a vibe, everything was cool, but she's a person that she's not like, I told her sometimes I feel like you run on autopilot. Her money leads her life. And I'm not built like that. I'm born and raised in the country in the South. Like I know, like I value different things. If that's what you value, cool. But that's not what I value. I want a real person. And I tried to tell her that. She tried to put it off as if she was a real person, like wanted a real relationship, but it wasn't. Like she just wanted to, I made her image look better. That's what it was. I made the pictures look better. Everybody going crazy and everybody like, she'll make a post and the post get shared 100,000 times, like with our picture and all that. So it's like, it was working for her marketing. I didn't peep at the time because I'm thinking that we just in a regular relationship.
No, well, how the husband look?
Paul was a big light-skinned dude that was going bald. So he wasn't. They took pictures in Paris in front of the tower, and his clothes was wrinkled. So I got no smoke. These not my words. These not my words. Them her words. I got no smoke with that man. Like I got no beef with that man.
She got pictures with Paul on the line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Paul. I see Paul.
The big light skinned fella going bald at the top. Yeah, she wasn't too. Okay. So it's like when she met me, okay, you know. You know, I ain't gonna hype myself, but I do all right for myself. And it's like she, you know, her head was bad, but it's like I tried to explain to her, there's like, there's nothing that you can give me, like, you know, disposable stuff like money, cars, all that materialistic stuff. I don't care about that. That's gonna make me forget about everything.
So what made you initially start sleeping with her then? If she's not your type, you know,
it was vibes. Like we would literally just like we'd be on the phone, we'd be talking about business, and then it'll go into other stuff. And then
you were attracted to just the conversations y'all were having.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I think it was a thing of like when she told me that her and her ex-husband, they only had sex like twice a year, and she was like, first chance I get, and I don't know if it like scratched my leg or something, cause I knew what I can do. So I'm like, I should go. I'm like, nah, that woman ain't married. I can't. But then it's like every conversation that we had, she would throw that in there again. She would throw that again. Or she'll drop little hints like, you should come to Dallas or I'll come to Austin. And then one of those conversations led to another, and that, left her in the season.
I'm not about to do this with you.
Left her in the season.
I'm about to do this with you. So, let's get to the murder for hire. So you know how she set up the business, the paperwork, how it's going, even now, like with how it's set up, because you essentially helped put the foundation in place. Why did she want to kill you?
So that was the $1 million question. I'm trying to figure out what happened, and it wasn't until when the FBI came to Charlotte, I had to go to the headquarters. I was in there with them folks for about a little over 3 hours, and we talking about everything, and that's when I first found out who it was. They didn't want to tell me who it was because, if I wanted to get some retaliation or get you before you get me type of thing. Finally found out who it was. And it wasn't until after then, people start sending me videos and people start talking about all this stuff. And they said like, oh, well, the Olivia girl came out and said, oh yeah, well, when we was in Dallas, Ashley said, she wanted Pat gone because Pat got something in his phone to her. So I'm sitting here like, what the fuck do I got in my phone of you? So I refused at the beginning to go down the rabbit hole, like with all these videos, all the time. I don't got time for that. Like whatever it is, but then after that, I'm trying to figure out what everybody talking about. So apparently she want me gone, because of some old sex tapes that we got. She was like, I know he still got them in his phone, and he gonna try to put them out. I feel like that was just like a front because if I haven't talked to you in 2 years, we've never spoken about these sex tapes at all. I feel like that was just a way for her to, for one, your moan is ugly as hell. You sound like a walrus. So there's literally, I'm not about to put you out here and then mess up nothing that I got.
Just when I try to get serious.
No, I'm so serious. I'm so serious.
He said the ladies sound like a wall. I don't want to hear a fucking.
It's ugly. It's horrible. So it's like I'm not about to put you. You see, I put it up quick. I show you like so. But it's like
you gonna have me go ask my husband how the hell I got. He been with me 17 years. Obviously, it ain't too bad. So you know.
Yeah, you got 17 years in there. You good. That one, nah. So it's like it was crazy because it's like. like we never, I feel like that was just one of those things of like, because that was never, we never even spoke on that. And that was just like, whatever movies we made, those were sent like back and forth to us like through each other, like through text messages. So it was like, it wasn't nothing like, oh, I snuck this and that. No, she just didn't want me to have it. To be honest, I forgot I even had it. So it's crazy. I'm like, I feel like that was just something that you try to use as a reason because I left you.
That's what I was gonna get to. What was the breakup like?
The breakup was interesting because I didn't know anything about the funny boy that she with now.
What funny boy?
Justina, Josh, her husband. I didn't know anything about him. So basically she was trying to be player and she was trying to like, because so when we went through the crazy breakup, I left her because like one of my old partners was on some weird stuff. It was like he was texting her while she was in Texas. I was up here in Charlotte. The old Tate up here fucking bitches, like da. So that just went way south. Didn't happen. I was literally with my cousin. But once that all got proved and she saw that I was telling the truth, nothing ever happened. But she just went, she get loose at the tongue. So I left her. I didn't come back. She
with the wine. Now bring it up.
She called me like a month after I left her. And no, before that. So after I left her, maybe like 2 weeks so after I left her, I just got up one day. I was bored. I got up, drove over to the castle where they live at now. Walked in the front door. She was in the bed. She said, "Did you just walk in my house?" Yeah. We weren't talking. We ain't communicating. I just walked in the house and beat all over the house. So I think he got something on his mind because I tore her up all over their house. Well, actually, the house that my name's still on. But I tore her up all over the house. And then, but I didn't know at that time that her and him were a thing. So it's like, after that, like, I went over there, tore up, and then I left. And then she called me. So
she was dating him while she was with you.
Yeah. But see, that one said she was trying to be player and ended up getting caught up. So I didn't know about that man. Like, and I didn't know about him until like, I think the whole breakup and everything had finally happened like last summer, right before my Mexico trip. I was going to Mexico. Okay. So before I went to Mexico, that's when I went over to the house, did my thing, and then I left. Okay. Excuse me. While I'm in Mexico, she FaceTiming me like, "Oh, I'm just trying to make sure you ain't around no hoes or nothing like that." I'm like, "Nah, I ain't on that." Yes, I was. But we ain't together, so I ain't got to tell you that. Yeah. But I was like, "Nah, I ain't on that." Whole time, she with him. And I think like shortly, like maybe I think either the day I got back from Mexico or whatever, they left and went to Dubai. So she was trying. I
saw the pictures.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she was trying. So that trip, I think that's another reason why he don't like me, because while they over in Dubai, I didn't know nothing about anything. Okay. So I'm calling her, I'm calling her. And then I get on the phone with him and he talking all tough like, "Nah, my nigga, she made her choice." I said, "Bro, I didn't call to talk to you, so I'm gonna give you one chance. Put her on the phone. I didn't call to talk to you." He's like, "Nah, nigga, you ain't got nothing to say to my woman." I said, "Your woman, she just ate my dick up yesterday, well a couple days ago, and you kissing her right now." I said, "The house that y'all in, I just beat her up in there raw, just a couple days, but you with her right now." I said, "So I don't know whatever understanding that y'all got going on, but I didn't call to talk to you." Now I tried to save your pride.
I see why you wanted to fly in.
You see what I'm saying?
He wanted this in the wine cellar.
This is the exclusive. Like, but nah, like so it's like I didn't know that y'all literally over in Dubai. Yeah. And you were just with me a couple days ago. So then once that happened, that whole crazy situation that happened. So it's like since then we never spoke again. Well, she called. I never spoke to him again. She called me like a month after that. Okay. She called me like a month after that, like in a park garage, like 5 a.m. Complaining, whatever they was going through. They got into a big argument because he was like a month after that. Now we ain't spoke. He got mad because she wouldn't give him my address. He wanted to come to my house, apparently. He had something on his mind. So they got to a big argument. He was like, "You protecting this nigga, da 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 da." She was like, you press for no reason. Like, y'all don't even communicate. She called me again, like one more time, I think maybe 2 weeks after that, and then we never spoke again. So like I said, I haven't spoke to her like 2 years. And then...
What if it was the husband that wanted you?
Well, That would be very weird. But I wouldn't be surprised because he got like a little weird little track record. Cause he got he got like this dude that, you know, look like his sugar daddy. Dude got him fishing off the side of his boat, got him taking pictures with his chest all sticking up, talking about, oh, he's cooking breakfast for me. The dude, Robert Shadow or Shaddus or something like that. That man, you cooking that man breakfast, talking about, oh, he ain't no grown man go take pictures of me while I'm in the kitchen saying, oh, he's making me breakfast this morning. Oh, me and him about to go to Miami, or he's getting fitted for me so we can go to Miami. And all. Like, come on, bro.
I never really took time to look at Ashley's husband.
He'll look if you just look at him for 2 seconds, the boy got a little he got a little slip in his hip.
Let me see the videos. But he do look a little.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trickish.
So I didn't
He looked like Trick Dick.
that's why I put that in the first song, and that's why I'm like, you sold your soul for a couple of dollars, and that's what I try to get her to understand is like, it's like that man, which she allegedly pregnant right now. That man, if you're pregnant, that man got you pregnant for job security, because he told you to your face. If your husband told you to your face when y'all get together, you are not my type. I like thick, light-skinned women. I wouldn't even normally ever be talking to you. And if you don't put some more weight on, I probably ain't gonna stay with you.
He told her that?
Yeah, to her face. She was too skinny. And that was one of them things that she told me at 5 a.m. on the phone. Like, I'm too skinny. He normally like thick, light-skinned women. And I'm a king. Women chase after me. Like, I'm a king. I'm supposed to be respecting women. And I'm like, but for her, it's like, it works for both of them. He has like an image on social media, like, you know, where he has some money. She got the image where she got some money. So it works. For me, they like that Christian or whatever and Blueface, the people who you know, who you can just tell they doing whatever, as long as it's keeping the money flowing, and they're gonna do it like that, which is very unfortunate. Like, you ain't got no peace in your life.
I'm calling brand relationships.
Literally.
Okay.
Literally.
I did not expect this at all.
And it's
so how long are the feds giving until, you know, they move in? They're not telling. They're not giving.
I talked to them folks. I just talked to the first one that I showed you. I talked to him yesterday for about 30 minutes. A day before yesterday for about 30 minutes.
Tell him about the interview and stuff like that.
Okay. And to make sure everything is cool. And I was asking him, I'm like, you know, is that okay? And he was like, yeah. He said, well, for one, you're still like human. He said, so you still gonna have like stuff. He said, you can't go hide and you can't keep everything to yourself. You'll go into a manic state. You'll lose your mind if you just sit in the house and wait for everything to be over with. But he was like, if you go, you can go. Just don't say anything about the investigation. You could go and talk about, you know, your life and what's happening. And if she got questions about, you know, everything that happened, he was like, just use your better judgment. Just know before you say this, like, yeah, I probably shouldn't say that.
How can I say this? So everything's out on the table now. They are investigating. Have you heard from Ashley at all since the investigation? Oh, that's the last thing that she better do. And that's not a threat. That's kind of like admittance if you like reach out to me or say anything to me. So no, I haven't heard anything from her. She posted something in her story. Somebody sent it to me that said like, oh, y'all some idiots. Like, ain't no FBI investigating me. Ain't nobody after me. Y'all so gullible, da da da. No, I just saw the receipts and her name was definitely murder for hire.
Exactly.
Ashley.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like that's some serious shit, because see, when they come, they come. And that's the thing. They don't come till it's all together. They not gonna call you and be like, hey, yo, look, we on your case. Like, right. No, they gonna put all that together. And like I said, it's not just I'm not gonna say that part. But yeah, they gonna put everything together, and then, you know, they gonna swoop in when it's time. So are you nervous to live your life? Absolutely. It's like I'm sorry. What the hell is my phone doing? Oh, my bad. No, it's all good. We don't do not disturb. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, it's all love. Okay. The crazy thing is I have three police that sit outside my house every day until arrests are made or until the investigation is complete. 3 police, and they've been now for about 3 weeks. And they're gonna be there until it's over. And it's like, at first,
if you want to be the person that's like, oh man, I ain't worried about that. You ain't gonna do nothing. If you want to be ignorant, okay, do that. But money talks. So I never thought I would meet with no FBI. Like I never thought that anything like a hitman, that's like something off of TV.
Yeah.
So it's like now I notice, even if you ask your husband, like while we were out, like I'm looking everywhere. He was like, bro, you good, like you said. But like I just like I know money talks. You don't know.
All Jewish area.
And that's what he told me. He was like, if here, you ain't got to worry about that. He was like, if anywhere else, maybe, but here, you ain't got to worry about that.
Not at all.
So it's just like, it's just weird. Like I find myself looking over my shoulder. Like I find myself looking everywhere I go. Like I got a federal, like a FBI therapist that I talk to like all the time. And it's like, it's just weird. It's weird. It's weird to like accept and think about.
But don't they have the person that was initially hired to do a contract here? So she's under investigation too. Mm-hmm. And so do you think like Ashley would probably go out and hire somebody else or something?
I think that's what
there's an investigation.
That wouldn't be smart.
That would be bold.
That would be bold in the motherfucker. That would be bold. But the reason why, and I think if I were anybody else, I wouldn't take it as serious. Because I've seen her in this. Excuse me. I'm saying like this. When that divorce was going on with her and Paul, and she went to that first court date, and that judge told her that Paul was looking at going away, walking away with $3 million. Oh, she came in the house going crazy. She came back to the house in Fort Worth that we was at going crazy, like, ain't no fucking way, he ain't gonna ever see that money. I'm gonna make sure I have some dude who was like a hitman in Dallas, Texas at the time. Like, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna make sure, like, as soon as he walk out the courtroom, I was like, hold on. Because at first I thought you were just talking out of anger. Like I thought you pissed off, and I couldn't understand that. But you seriously talking, and she talking like dollar amounts and everything. So I've seen her at her pissed off, and I swear under oath, like on my kid, everything. Like, so it's like, I had to remember that, like, damn.
You think it had anything to do with that diss track?
No, that wasn't until that stuff was.
Okay, I'm trying to figure. I'm like, what would you have done?
And if that's what I'm saying.
Are you like flogging other women on social media or something? Like, have you been in another public relationship since or?
But no, she has this thing of like when she leaves people, she wanna show like when she left Paul, she wanted Paul to be all the way fucked up. Now she made it public like. No, like anybody that I'm with, once we spend time together, like I don't want you to be out here messed up. You lie. Like I saw exactly what you did and you wanted to leave him fucked up. What pissed her off was that she thought once we went our separate ways that I was gonna be fucked up. Well, for one, I wasn't broke when you met me. You came to me because you wanted my business. So it was like, when we broke up, she had bought an Audi for my birthday. She bought, like, that was one of my birthday gifts, an Audi. She took that back, which I didn't even know at the time was under a lease. She do a lot of stuff for marketing. I didn't know that Audi was under lease. After she took it back and she went to go turn it in, they called me. It was like, hey, we need you to come sign the form. I was like, for what? They was like, so you can break the lease. I said, lease? I thought the car was paid in full. She flaunted all on social media like, oh, I paid $100,000 for his car cash. No, I was under lease. My daughter, you flex on...
money bag, yo.
You see what I'm saying? Like my daughter, she flex on social media, made it seem like she gave my daughter a $50,000 college for one of those real big, massive checks. Like she gave my daughter $50,000 college fund, that goes to a college fund. Well, I never seen that. I only seen it on TV, so I thought that was the actual check. I didn't know with that, you still got to go get like a cashier's check so for it actually be valid. No, that whole thing was a sham. My daughter I never got no money for my daughter to put. Like I got an account for my daughter when she turned 18. I ain't never seen none of that. So it's like everything that she was doing was all marketing. And I didn't realize that until after we broke up. That was one of the reasons why I left, was like, you a whole like fraud. Everything you do works to your image. Everything you do.
She gonna try to come for me. I'm just like,
man,
I ain't even do nothing.
Yeah. Everybody affiliated. And I'm telling you, she's so upset. She put on this front like she don't, I'm bothered. I'm not watching this stuff. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. She watches every single thing. She got post notifications for the Shade Room. She got post notifications and alerts for everything that got some type of like smoke, drama, news. So especially all of this, she got a fake Facebook that she used. So it's like, she put on the front like, oh, I'm this godly woman. Oh, you ain't been to church in 15 years. Oh. Now because you with a dude who claimed he God because he in church with TD Jakes, now every other post is God this, God that. Bitch, you ain't been in church in 15 years.
This is so messy.
And now you God this and God that. Tell me one scripture out the Bible.
This is
one
messy
scripture.
as fuck.
Oh, ain't been in church. Come on, man.
Patrick,
now you see why I was like, nah, I got to go where she.
Well, listen. Anything else you want to add before we wrap it up? I mean, you said a whole fucking lie. I said, listen, this is your platform today.
Nah,
go ahead. You know what I'm saying? And this your story to tell because it's really bits and pieces out there. It's really not the whole story as in itself. Ashley is using, lawyers to intimidate, to keep people from talking about her and stuff like that. And so
that's what she's trying to do right now with Sherelle. She's trying to get a drop. She's trying to get a drop and put a gag on so she can't talk.
Yeah, so it's too late. We already got Sherelle's portion of it. So we're gonna put y'all's together. So it's kind of like a little mini series or whatever. So and we're gonna follow this, especially if the feds decide to move forward with charging her. And so I just hope her business affairs in order because they're going to go through all that shit. They're going to go through everything.
And you can't, once the feds get involved, you can't hide it like you did with Paul. So like how you did with Paul, you move your money around. Yeah. You can't do that because the feds going to know where you move everything. Like you can't flee the country because you can't do anything. Right. So it's like the best thing you could do. That's why she's trying to get the case dropped with Sherelle right now because if you go in the front of that courtroom, they get to ask you under oath about all of this stuff. So now her attorney trying to get it dropped, but
Sherella's like, no.
She ain't trying to, like, you try to take me from my kids. She got plenty of kids. Like, she got a couple kids. So you. Oh, wow. I think the only way Sherelle gonna walk away is if you. I don't know. That's tough.
Nah, I would want people like that need to be locked up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So. And that's what somebody asked me, like, okay, well, if she was to reach out to you with a settlement, like, would you? No, because then it's going to affect the next person.
Yeah. And eventually she's going to carry it out. So you just never know with people these days. You got to take what they say to heart.
When people show you who they are, believe them.
Exactly. And it's the ones that's not talking. And this is a prime example. You hadn't spoken to her in 2 years.
And I didn't even say anything on social media. Like, and anybody asked me, like, what happened? Yeah. Like, why y'all, I just be like, oh, it didn't work out. You know, with respect.
So these are the real gangsters. The ones that don't talk. And
because now you poke that bell.
Yeah.
And if people thought the first song, you see, I ain't trying to plug that, but if people thought that first song that I put, if they thought that was a lie, this next one gone.
We'll put the song below so they can go and listen.
Oh, Lord. This next one gonna make you clutch your pearls. He ain't had to say that.
I think you just dragged her here.
You ain't gonna say that. You ain't had to say that.
I think you just dragged her here. You just pulled her wig off again. Patrick Tay, thank you so much. We're going to leave your social media links below so that people can reach out, ask you more questions. Okay. Also, we're going to link the song. Please send us the second song when it comes out.
Of course.
So we can
probably tomorrow.
Have a little fun. Well, if you already got it out, then we'll just link that both. So we'll link both below. So because this interview won't be out tomorrow. So yeah. Okay.
So by the time it's
by the time it's ready, it's ready. So you recording out here in Miami?
No, it's already recorded. It's already done.
Okay, so you just got to get it mixed and mastered.
It's getting mixed and mastered literally as we speak. So I'm waiting for him to send me back the final.
So you still work privately in IT?
I still do IT, and I'm a photographer in Charlotte.
Okay, gotcha. And IT, as far as like what type of work do you do? Like, what is your main, like, I guess, job in IT? Because it's so many different.
It's so many different avenues. It's basically I do coding, like I do automation. So everything was anything, kind of like what your husband does is like, the behind the scenes, everything, like your website. I'm the person to get all of that stuff all the way, everything going, your emails automated, your social media pages, everything automated, your website. So it's anything that you need to code it online. Okay. I'm the geek behind the computer.
I love black geeks. I love it.
Exactly. I love it. If you understand.
All right. All right, y'all, hold right there. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Stay your behinds right in the chat. I got some things we got to discuss. Okay? And I don't see enough likes in this video. All right, shout out to tashaklive.com for that there exclusive. Okay? Let me tell you how exclusive that is. Let me see what they talk about in the comments. I hope I ain't got no lipstick on my teeth doing. They ain't mine no way. Well, I paid for them, so they mine, okay? Listen, I know that interview was a bit messy, but we had to roll it out because soon here we got exclusively on Unwind with Tashak today. As of 6/29/23, the United States of America versus Grayson et al. They put in a count one. Hold on. For those of y'all that was saying Patrick was lying now, stay right down. On 6/9/29/23, so just a few days ago, less than 5 days ago, okay? Ashley Grayson was charged with 1 count of racketeering / trying to unalive somebody. Yes, sir, okay? I'm going to post this to the IG so y'all can go and see, and to the community board so you can see the charges. So the defendant is Ashley Grayson. The plaintiff is the United States of America. This is filed. This ain't no allegedly. This is in PESA as we speak right now. So, yes, there has been an indictment rolling down. And this is a message to all creators out here with these money scams and and get rich quick scams and stuff like that. You play with people's money. Let me tell you what the feds is doing, all right? You see it already happened in the Bishop robbery. Let me tell you what the feds is doing. The feds is tired of being in the streets chasing down Johns. They tired of hopping out of cars. They tired of knocking on doors. And so it's easier to sit in the comfort of their office and digitally arrest somebody. I mean, if I was a federal agent, I'm working smart, not hard. And with this digital footprint out here, y'all got to be careful. Y'all can't be doing what these white folks doing out here. Y'all can't be doing what the crackers doing. Y'all can't be out here on your Grant Cardone. He got more money, more lawyers. Okay? Now, listen, I hope that this ain't true. I don't wish a sister to be in jail behind no dick. Because that's truly what this is about. It's about some... when you let them hit the bottom, it gets you every time. Now, I know she wished that she never met him. Because, will make you do some crazy things. Y'all know I can't say that word. It will make you do some questionable things. Okay? And so Mr. Patrick came through, showed me what he had during the investigation. This is a TashakLive.com exclusive. It wasn't supposed to be here, but since it was sitting in the archives and the indictment had just rolled down on 6/29/2023, y'all heard it here first, because what do? We break stories over here. More important things, okay? We just left the projects. Now we at the courthouse, right? We left them drinking toilet water, and now we are at the courthouse drinking Fiji water. Tell them, Wino. We don't even do water fountains, okay? Now, so I will be posting this. Also, let me go ahead and give Mr. Patrick a shout out. Be careful now, because this penis puts vagina in jail. But nevertheless, if you thought that he was someone that you would like to keep company with, he is an entrepreneur, and he has a company called Tate's Touch Massages, and he also has a package called the Girlfriend Experience, which means no matter what city you in, what country you in, this gentleman that you just saw on this here interview, who's responsible for the charges that Miss Ashley Grayson is about to fight. Lord, I know she wish she can just... If I could turn back the hands of time, my darling, you would still be mine. If I could turn Come on, y'all. No, this news is not old. This story has been developing. So, yes, he did do this interview. I think it was last year sometime. We kept it on tashaklive.com, but when the indictment came down, we thought it was more feasible because at the time it was allegations. But, you know, because we are trying to get out of the federal court system, we don't like to drop until we got it in black and white. And so since the feds dropped them charges, we dropped the interview because they're going to stop playing on my name. Receipts, receipts, receipts. Okay? But if you go to patricktate.com, this gentleman right here, if you lonely, if you need a friend, because the winos do friends. We don't judge over here. You know, we don't kiss and tell. Okay? If you want the girlfriend experience, he has different packages that you can book on. He'll be glad to service you for the small fee of what's listed on his website, okay? I don't know Ashley, and I'm praying for her. So don't be asking me whether I like people or not. People get charged every day, okay? Ain't nobody asking people like me when I got hell liable. Did Ashley come out saying that she was a fan of me? Nah. We are about to head over. Y'all stay here. Stay here. Don't even go nowhere. We actually have the exclusive that everybody has been wanting. Okay? You have a picture of the LaTruths? For all of your up-to-date, exclusive, uncut, raw, uncensored, and unfiltered LaTruth news, we got the truth on it, okay? Now, Brianna Hampton here, who is the soon-to-be ex-wife of Robert LaTruth, okay, is now dating struggling actor, Janelle Young. She's been actively posting him, Miss Brianna, Janelle, to her social media pages. She's been taking trips. She's been taking Robert LaTruth's daughter around this man who allegedly loves his butt to be punctured by women. And we have the woman, Pretty Bree, here on record stating a lot of the things that this young actor, who's probably working down there at Tyler Perry Studios, likes to indulge in. I heard them boys down there like everything that Tyler don't want to go on record to say he likes. They following their leader. But this particular girl here, Pretty Bree, tried to warn Miss Brianna about the man that she was parading around this man's son and the other kids, because we don't know who their daddy is. That's what I'm telling you, the winos is different. Brianna down there was Suki them. We don't bring men around our kids until our kids is over 18 and they don't live in the house no more. Because we don't want no allegations. We don't want to have to pop a mother. We don't even want to put ourselves in that situation. You understand? We don't even want that to be a topic of conversation. So until then, Mr. Fred, you got to go home when street lights come on. You cannot spend a night. And if you want me to spend a night, I will come to your place, but make sure you send a car, you got groceries, and all of my bills are taken care of at my house before I come spend one night at yours. These are the type of women the winos are, and I am going to make sure that every single site puts some respect on the winos. We do not drink toilet bowl water. It's supposed to be in the toilet. Now, looks like Miss Brianna and this little girl here love to drink toilet bowl water from struggling actors. And we're going to talk about it because Miss Pretty Bree here came on record. She left Suki's coalition to come try to drink some wine with us, but it was a wine cooler. We gave her a closed bottle. We're not sharing glasses around here. You're not putting your lips on my wine glass. You understand what I'm saying? I got to keep these glasses in the house, so I gave her some Boone's Farm. Gave her one of them little mini screw top bottles. Not champagne, the bottles, okay? And she happily gave us everything that we needed to know. And so we're about to head over to tashaklive.com to spill that wine, okay, along with some more. Post some more. Post some more. All right, so y'all make sure y'all head on over to tashaklive.com, subscribe via tashaklive.com. Then you can download the app. The same way you subscribe is the same way you unsubscribe via the website tashaklive.com. Don't forget, okay, to get your tickets to our October 20th show here in Miami. We only got like a couple hundred left, not even a couple hundred. They selling out. Once they out, we're done here. We're done here. It's full-fledged production. Okay, so scan the QR code or go to ticketspice.com. Ticketspice.com. Type in Tasha K on stage and get your tickets now. Because like I said, once they gone, they gone. They gone. It's in Miami. And wait to buy your flights closer to when it's time because they cheaper. I know. I fly all the time on a budget. All right, so y'all going to get ready. We'll see y'all in 20 minutes on is it 20 minutes? 23 minutes on tashaklive.com. We got a toilet bowl drinking story to break on these here little truths. And I got a truth and I got an exclusive statement from Robert because he had the answer to these here allegations. Okay? He really did. All right, so I'll see y'all here in a second.